Good afternoon, students. Previous class we learned what are CSS and what are the types of CSS we learned. So CSS stands for, we will go back to previous class one time. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So why we are using this CSS means only for giving additional features to your HTML. So by default, your HTML, and before starting my class, I want to ask you, is it audible? Can you hear my voice? Okay, sorry, I did not give you unmute permission. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma, thank you. Thank you for responding. And so CSS, cascading style sheet. So by default, our HTML having some drawbacks. So what are the drawbacks? To write a good representative web application or web page, so you can't implement using basic HTML. So to give a good representation to you to your web pages, then simply we will go for CSS. How do we write CSS? This CSS is not a programming language. This is only representation. Okay, so which will convey to your web browser how your data or information want to be displayed on your HTML pages. Okay, so and when we go for by adding the CSS to your HTML, we get these advantages: save time and easy maintenance and faster page load, platform independence, multiple device compatibility, superior styles to HTML. Did I show these all with proofs or not in previous class? Did we learn these all concepts with proofs or not? Save time. How did you save time? How did you save time to implement your HTML using CSS? Hello guys.
Writing once and using many times.
Very good, very good. We will write only one time. And if you want to utilize that same property multiple times, then we go for the CSS, and we have you introduce inline CSS and easy maintenance. If you want to update your document with new features, need not to modify your entire document, just to go for the CSS and modify it inside the CSS, then which will be reflected on your entire web page. That is the advantage we get. And faster page loading means instead of writing multiple elements using HTML, we will use CSS. Already I have shown some example. So 2 to 3, I hope H1 tag and font tag, color attribute, like that I have assigned some elements to print one message or information with a representation on your browser using HTML. But we have reduced that one by introducing CSS. So platform independent. What is platform independent? All the platforms can support this CSS. And multiple devices compatibility means if you write any application, that application can be reflect on different devices with the same response. And superior styles. So now we are learning how do we give the superior styles to your HTML. And what are the types of CSS we learn? Inline style sheets, internal and external, and the other name of internal is embedded. So can you tell when a CSS said to be inline CSS? So what is inline CSS?
One style only once in one line.
Very good. So in the element itself, we will write CSS. And which attribute we introduced to write CSS? Which attribute we used?
Style.
Very good. Style attribute. For that style attribute, we will assign CSS properties. How do we assign? Property. So how do we assign? First, we need to write style equal to inside double quote property name followed by colon followed by value. This is and which is going to be terminated using semicolon. If it contain multiple properties, same syntax, but you need to differentiate these two properties using semicolon. Okay, these things we have learned. And when do we go for internal? So inline, internal. So where do we write this internal CSS? In head tag. Okay, in head tag we write, and which tag we used to write CSS in inline internal? Tag name. Which tag we use for writing internal CSS? Which tag, ma? Style tag only. Here you can see this one, style tag we use for writing internal CSS, and the other name of this internal CSS is embedded CSS and external CSS. When do we go for external CSS? Already I said one example with. When do we go for external CSS? Reason.
Different files, common features.
Yes. So here we will introduce one CSS file, separate CSS file, which contain only properties other than properties which does not have anything. So why do we go for this external CSS? Means I have multiple HTML files, These multiple HTML files is having common properties. When it have common properties, so why do I need to write these common properties among these all files? I will write that all properties in one file. That file is CSS. And what is the extension of the CSS file? .css. Very good. And I will link this CSS to these all files. So how many times you write this property? Only one time. And how many times you use? Multiple times you can use. This is the advantage we get by using external CSS. This external CSS we use when you want to develop web applications. Okay, multiple web pages if present in your application, then you go for CSS. And if you want to design only one HTML file, then better to go for internal, need not to go for external CSS. If you want to apply a property only for particular element, go for inline. And if you don't want to repeat this property in future also, you can go for inline CSS. Okay, this is the way we need to use this one. And one more thing, this has completed. Next, we will go for selectors. But before learning selectors, before learning these selectors, different types of selectors, this type of selector, at least you should aware of some CSS properties. So first we will learn some CSS properties. Today's class we will learn background properties and font properties like that. And next we will go for how to write selector, because by using one property I can't give you more details on these selectors. So as a learner, first we will go for how to write these background properties and font properties. After learning that, we will go back to selectors and we will write how and where that will be helpful. So can I start CSS, background CSS for background properties? Okay. Now we will go for background. So what is meant by background? You have one web page. And if you want to set background, to your information, we will go for background properties. Okay, so if we go for background properties, we have different types of background properties. First one, background color. To change the background color of your web page, we go for background color property. To attach an image to your text, we will go for background image. Okay, first we will go through these two and we will identify what are the problems we are facing when we go for these two, and we will solve that problems by introducing this attribute, these properties. Okay, so before that I will go for my program and I will start off implementing. So first I will go for color and next I will go for image, and we will use these remaining properties. Okay, so for that I need to create one HTML file. So where is our folder? PTT, and I will create one new file, just text document, and I will open this one. First I will write basic program. So every HTML program contain one basic tags that are HTML and which contain two subtags. First one is head, and head is close. Next body, and body has close. Body has close. This has completed. Now next I will save, and which content, this head tag content one more subtag. What is the tag? Title. So what we are learning, background example is my title, and I have closed this title. This is basic program, and I will save this one. So save as background dot, what is the extension for your HTML programs? HTML, background.html, and I have saved this one. So this is the program, and we'll see the response in another window. This is our response. We will use, otherwise we will see this one, right? This is our aim response. This is our program. Yes, now we will start off writing our program. So this is response. Right. Now, what is my aim? First aim. So this web page which does not contain anything. So my first task, I want to write something on this web page. So I will use some h1 tag, whatever it may be, h1 tag, and here SR University, and I have closed this one. We'll see its response. Yes, SR University has printed. Now, what is my job? Background of this SR University. For this entire web page, I need to set one color. I need to set color. For that, we need to go for background color attribute. Which attribute we use? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Which attribute we need to use? Background color. So just now I have shown this first one. Okay, so for that, for body tag, so how can I write this property? Which attribute I need to assign? Which attribute?
Font beige color.
No, guys. This is attribute. CSS, we are learning CSS. Style. Style attribute. For the style attribute, background, GROUND - color, and you need to give the color name. So red. I want to give so red color. Okay. red color, and I have saved this one. We'll see whether it will apply or not. Yes, is it applied?
Yes, sir.
Yes, for entire background. So red color has applied. And already I said, how many ways we can give the color? How many ways we can give the color?
3 types.
Very good. First one is name of the color. First one is name of the color, and use next one is hexadecimal number, and the third one is RGB color.
GB.
Okay, RGB color. So hexadecimal number, how many digits number you need to write? 6-digit number, and this will be prefixed with hashtag, and the first two, these two values will begins from 0 and will continue to capital F. And this color belonging to which color? These two numbers? Red color. Red color, and the next two digits. Okay, this is 1 digit and this is another digit. This is green color, and another 2 digits X. This X is nothing but some number we need to write, and the fit values are 0 to F only. Okay, and this is for blue. RGB colors. If you change this numbering, then you will get particular color. And RGB, how do you give RGB? RGB and followed by open and close parenthesis. In between, we need to give 3 values. And this number will begins from which number? Here, these 3 numbers. Where it will start? And what is the end point? End number. RGB values.
0 to 226.
0 to 255. 250, sorry. 0 to 255. So this is the number, guys, and you should remember this. And we'll tell you one more thing with another color code. So hash and FF0000. Can you tell this color?
Red, sir.
Red, sir.
Very good. I want to make that background. Already I have given red color. I want to change it to green color. Can you tell how can I give green?
00FF00.
Very good. 00FF00. And we'll see whether it will apply green color or not. Yes, it has changed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the way you need to give the color code. So when you go for color, you won't get any problem, guys. Okay, now what is another aim? Sir, I don't want to display this color. In place of color, I want to display a image, sir. I don't want to see color. I want to see image background of my entire web page. Then what can I do? So here we have another property. We have another property that is background image. Okay, so background and followed by image. By using that, you can give the image. So background, and here I am removing this one, and you need to don't write shortcuts, write full name IMAG, background image, and followed by you need to give image name. So if you want to give image name, here we need one function, that is URL. And in between this URL, you need to give your image name. Okay, you need to give your image name, and better to enclose your image name in between single quotes. Okay, this is the proper way of writing syntax. And here we have different methods to give this URL. One is when your image is present in your system, local directory. Okay, and if you want to use internet resources, you can use these two. Okay, you can go for local image. Local image is nothing but which is reside in your computer. And internet sources, you go for any internet image and you can attach. And one thing you should remember when you use internet, that if you want to access this background image from internet source, and this cannot be accessed when you do not have internet. Okay, if you have internet facility, then only you can see, otherwise you cannot see. Means when you write standalone applications, standalone means if it is work on your system only, at that time if you attach internal and if you do not have internet facility, you cannot see this image. This is the one limitation. If you want to use for what we call web application, want to be accessed by in this real world, then you can directly give, because without internet even that system also not able to access your application. So you can go for here, no need to learn the limitation, but you should aware of that one. And here I need to give an image name. So first I will go for my directory, and my program is reside in ptt folder, and this is background.html, and I have two images, plant.jpg and nature.jpg. So between you can use anything. So I will go for plant.jpg. So plant.jpg. Okay. So I have saved this one. I have saved this one. We'll see whether it will attach to your background or not. So is this attached or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But what is the problem you are facing?
Repeating, sir.
Multi-image.
This image is repeating. So
Multiple.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes. This is the basic HTML. Using basic HTML also you can do this one. But by using basic HTML, you can't stop this repetition. You cannot stop this repetition. If you want to stop repetition, you must go for CSS. Okay, basic HTML, this facility it does not have. So that is the reason why this CSS is one of the advantage and giving more flexibility to web application. And our first requirement, what is our first requirement? I need to stop this repetition. Okay, so then we will go for another attribute. So not attribute, property. So when you write, and one more thing, here you can use internet resource also. Can I write one image from internet or no need? Can I write anything from internet source or no need?
Yes, sir. You're right, sir.
So nature images. Just I have clicked and I will go for this one. Click the image and you can see at the right side, right click, copy image address. Can you see this copy image address?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Just click on that and go to here. Remember this image, and I have closed this one. Go for my program and just I will write this one. So can you see .jpg extension to this image?
Yes,
And
sir.
this is the image address, http:/ios 5500px. This is the location of your image. Just I have attached. Next I will save this one and we'll see this is our web application, our HTML. So it has attached or not? Yes, this time only one image has attached, which does not repeat it. So because the image size is suitable to your
Web page.
web page. And one more thing you observe. So when you go for your image, actually image size is greater than the size of your web browser. See here, previously this deer you can see in the middle of your image, but right now you are seeing corner. Okay, there is no need of what we call repetition and no repetition, because your image size is greater than the size of your what is this web page. So that's why it has printed only one thing. But what is our aim? We need to start repetition. Okay, this kind of images you never get any issue. But if you get any small size of image, you will get an issue. So we need to solve that issue. So to solve that issue, we should go for our general image. What is our image? Plant.jpg. What is our image name? Plant.jpg. plant.jpg. Now it is repeating. So to stop this repetition, we need another attribute, that is background repeat. Not attribute, property. Background repeat. So this is another property. So I will go for background hyphen repeat, background repeat, and followed by values. So here I will tell you each value. You should remember we have 4 values. One is no repeat, repeat. So I am able to write this one. So first one, no repeat, and save. Is it correct? Is it correct, or any changes I need to do? See, I did not differentiate these two by using semicolon. Okay, so I have saved this one. We'll see whether it has applied or not. Yes, now is it repeating?
No, sir.
No, it is not repeating. So did you solve one problem or not?
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell one more drawback to this one?
Displaying in small size.
See, I am able to listen your voice now. Which is printing in small size, and left corner it is printing. I want print in center. Again, will you get some doubts or not? Yes, we have to solve that all one after other. So right now I have stopped the repetition. So here one more facility also available, that is you can scroll this image in horizontally also, means X dimension. So let us see. If I write a value, then you can understand. So no repeat means which never repeat, which does not repeat in X direction, which does not repeat in Y direction. So here, if you want to repeat in X direction, repeat, repeat hyphen X. So can you see this one? Can you see this one? Repeat X. How did I write? Repeat X, and these both will be combined with hyphen. And we'll see the response whether it is applied or not. Yes. Is it repeating in X direction or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I want to repeat in Y direction. Can you tell value? How do I assign? What I have to write it here?
Y.
Repeat hyphen Y. That's it. Repeat hyphen Y. Next, we will see a response. So is it repeated Y direction?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to repeat X direction and Y direction. Can you tell value?
X comma Y.
Is it necessary? If I do not write this one, what happens? What happens if I do not write anything? It is repeating
It
both sides.
repeats.
Why do I need to write X comma Y? That is not available. Is it clear? What is the default repetition? X and Y.
X comma Y.
X comma Y direction, it is repeating. If you want to stop one way, you go for either repeat X or repeat Y. And if you want to repeat both direction, need not to write anything. And if I don't want to repeat this one, just no PEAT, no repeat. So it has stopped. Now it has cleared. Right. Now we will understand one more problem. Sir, this image is printing top left corner. Sir, I don't want to print at top left corner. I want to print in center. or middle of my screen, then what can I do? Right, we have position. Okay, so we have position a property. See, we will see how to write position. Is it clear? Is it clear till this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, I will move. I am moving my what we call changing this style to inline CS internal, because these all properties I am unable to write in single line. So I will remove this one. Okay, and I will add one more tag. Which tag I need to add if I want to make it as internal? Sorry, inline, internal.
Style tag.
Style.
Very good. STYLE and STYLE. So style. And for which element I am writing? Body or not? So body, and open, close. Are you aware of this syntax?
Yes,
Previous
sir.
class we have learned. And
Yes, sir.
background hyphen image and colon URL of our image name. And what is our image name? What is it?
Plant JPG.
Ah,
Plant.
very thank you. PLANT plant.jpg. And one more thing, what we need to do, background, we have to stop repetition. Background GROUND REPEAT, background repeat, no REPEAT, background repeat, no repeat. So it has cleared our problem. We will get the same image only. Next, so I want to give the position to my image. So background hyphen position, background position, and will tell you the values and combination of these values also. So these valid assigned values are happen. Yes. So assigned values are top, comma, center. I will write it here only. So valid values are top, comma, center, comma, bottom, comma, left, comma, right. So these are the valid values. You are not supposed to write other than this. If you write other than this, then which will be considered top left corner only. Default will display. Now what is my job? I want to see, I will tell you this one after other how it want to be displayed. And initially I need to give center. So if I give center, we will see how it displays. Position, center. So when you give center, so which take horizontally and vertically as center, means it will print center of your browser. So whether we will check whether it will display or not. What happened? Did I write any spelling mistake? Background position. BACKGROUND background. Wait guys. Okay, this is not suitable way of writing. So is it shifted to center or not? Can you see this output?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it has displayed center of your screen. Right. Now, when you go for this screen, actually, which has 9 partitions. So like that, you have 9 partitions. So I can't draw this diagram properly, but you understand this one. Yes, like that we have 9 partition. Is it contain 9 or not? Yes. So when you write center, this is center. Okay. And if you don't write anything which has displayed at this place. Now, I want to print this position. Can you tell which value I need to assign? Now you go for combination of 2 values, combination of 2 things. So background hyphen position. Now you need to write 2 values. Okay, one is top, left, right, or like that, and next one center or bottom or top. So for this, and I want to print this place. So I will tell you this one, you need to tell remaining all positions. So this is right side. Is it right side of your screen or not? This is right side. And is it center or top or bottom?
Center.
Center. Right center. Right center is this one. Okay. Next we will see whether it will display at this position or not. So position. So RIGHT, right center. And we'll check whether it will move that right center or not. Is it shifted?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I don't want to print a right center. I want to print at this position. Can you see this one? How can I print this position? What is this position?
Left
Bottom
bottom.
left.
Bottom?
Bottom.
Left to bottom or bottom left? Both are same only. Bottom left side. So we will apply this value to this one. Bottom left, and don't give any hyphen or these things. These are 2 individual values. Is it shifted? Bottom left?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can you write all positions?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just a combination of 2 values. This combination of 2 values will give you the position of your image, where your image want to be displayed. And this is only background, guys, not foreground. Only background images. Now it has completed. Now we can print our image wherever we require. But I don't want this left or right, these positions are. I want to see entire my screen. Even it is small in size. Automatically it want to be enlarged and want to be fit in my screen. This is my requirement. So end user may expect this condition also or not. See, you have given small image, least bother about that. I want to print that image in entire screen. Then what will you do? Then we have another attribute, sorry, not attribute, property, that is background size attribute. Background size. We will see what are background size, how can we give. So background hyphen size. So here we have different values. We'll tell you one after other. One is with one value and next one is with multiple values. We will see this one. First one is cover. See, these all values are present in your PPT. Don't worry. So here background position, background image, I have values, and the background repeat X, repeat Y, no repeat. So everything present at here. Okay, just I will tell you how to do this one. Okay, so first value is cover. So if you give cover to your background size, then your image will be displayed your entire screen. Let us check whether it will print or not. Sorry, display or not. Not for printing. Yes. Is it enlarged or not? Is it increased the size or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it has increased. Here, don't ask, sir, this will become blur, sir. What can we do? That is the another responsibility. As a image processing, you need to take care of removing blur, that all. But your image can do only this facility. So you make it as cover image, right? So it has displayed in your entire screen. This problem has cleared. One problem has cleared. And one more thing, what is that? I don't want to make it as entire image, and I don't want to print its own default size, sir. I will give some values based on that this want to be displayed. See, when I open any image on my browser, I don't want to print 100%, sir. Just 50% horizontal, 50% want to be displayed. Not 50, 75% left side and right side want to be deduct, and the top side and bottom side want to be deduct. Then how could I do? Yes, you can do by using percentage also. So 75 and percentage means, if you consider your screen as 100%, among that 75% your image will print a display, and remaining will be widescreen. Is it clear? 75% of your screen will be taken by this background size, and we can't give the what we call exact positions also, automatically which will take, okay, when you go for percentage. Yes, 75% will allocated. Did you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, one more thing, sir. What happened here? This what is this? This vertically, which does not take 75%, sir. How can you give this is 75%? See here, you understand. You observe this image, ma. So initially, where it is displaying, right now, where it is displaying, you understand. Previously, it has displayed bottom of your screen, and right now it has what we call moved somewhat top side, because your image size is greater than the size of your regular image, regular screen. That is the reason why it has reduced, and even your image is greater than the size of your what is this screen. So 75% it will reduce. So I will change it to 25%, sir. Can you show with these values? Yes, I can give you solution with this. Where is refresh? Yes. Yes, it has reduced or not? Is it reduced or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, sir, I want to give the sizes separately, sir. I want to give x axis separate size, y axis separate size, sir. Yes, you can give. So, but at that time you need to give two values. So one is 25% and next one is 75%. So x dimension will take 25 and y dimension will take 75. So which look like, I will clear this one. 25% like this and 75% like this. So this is the way your image will print. Let us check whether it will print or not. See the output. Yes. Is it enlarged in y dimension or not?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
So I want to give x dimension as high, y dimension as less. What I do? How can I change these values? X-axis want to give more and y-axis very small. So between these two, which is x-axis, which is y-axis?
25 x-axis.
75 y-axis. Just I will interchange this one. We'll see how it will display. 75 and next one is 25. See the output. Yes. Is it changed? Is it changed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the way you need to change. Can I give 100%? If I give 100%, what happens? Which will touch this right corner. Which will touch this right corner. 100 pixel. 100. So which will touch. Next, sir, I don't want to give this percentage wise, sir. So what is the another choice? Yes, we have another one is also pixel way. So you can give pixels also, 500 pixel and 200 pixel. Already I said what is pixels at the time of images. So this is 500 x dimension and 200 y dimension. See, can you tell the difference between x-axis pixel? Already I said this difference. If I give pixel, what happens? If I give percentage, what happens? And which is the best one? Pixel and percentage. Already I said these two differences. Do you have idea or can I tell? Can I tell or do you have idea? Yes, I will
When
tell you.
you minimize the web page, it will display, sir.
Yes, yes, very good, very good. So if I give this 500 and 200 pixel, this is fixed in size. Okay. So when you go for device to device, that size is fixed. Okay, I will show you one example. So this is 200 pixel and we'll see this output. See, I am reducing my browser side, but the image size is fixed, which is not changing. Okay, and it will fit up to this one only. Means if you go for mobile device, which is one size, if you go for tablet, it is one size, and if you go for your system, it is another size, but the pixel size is fixed. But if you give percentage, then what happens? Which will change based on your screen you use. So 50% left side, what is this? X dimension, and 50% is Y dimension. Okay, now see the response. So is it reducing or not? Did you observe this reducing? Are you observing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So previously it has reduced? No, but it is reducing. Means based on your screen size, which automatically will assign. This is the one best advantage. When you write any web applications, recommended thing is percentage instead of pixel. But always percentage is not good. You can sometimes pixel is also good. Okay, is it clear? This all sizes is clear? Is it clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Right. Even do you find any problem? So I said these many ways. I have changed this one and see here one more problem. You can't identify this one. Image color has completed. Image background repeat completed. So background position also completed. Background size also completed. And we need to go for this one, background attachment. So this is the one thing you can't observe right now, but when you develop an application with the data, you will get this issue. I will tell you that one right now. See, right now my web application. So I will remove this one, these sizes, and background position, position is center. Center, and we'll see whether it will print in center or not. What happened? So image, okay, no repeat, CNTR center, and background. I don't want to repeat this image. Then what should I do?
No repeat.
Repeat, REPEAT equal to no repeat. So I have assigned this one. First we'll see this one. right center it has printed. Now which does not contain more data, so you won't get this issue. So I will go for some data. Mahatma Gandhi Wikipedia. So this is Mahatma Gandhi's Wikipedia. I will collect some data from this. It is enough. Copy, and I will paste in between this body tag. So least bother what the content it is, but understand what is happening at here. Can you tell what will happen? Where is your image? It's gone. Where is your image? Can you see your image?
No,
Can you
sir.
see your, no. But did you attach this image at the top of your program or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the problem with this one? Background position has center. Means your image, your browser data has increased or not. So when it is increased, when you compare with the center, what happened? In your entire web page, it will move to the center. So observe the output. So where it has, this is center of your image web browser. Did you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
But and one more thing, what happening with your text, your image is moving. But is it correct way? Is it correct way of implementing web applications? Is it correct way, ma? No. Then how could I stop this one? How could I stop this one? Yes, we have another attribute, that is attachment. Property, that is attachment. We have only two values for this one. One is fixed and next one is scroll. So see this one. Background hyphen, what is this? Background position, not position, background, what is this? Attachment. ATTACHMENT. Attachment is fixed. Background attachment is fixed, and we'll see the output how it displays. Now it has more. Now your image is scrolling or fixed?
Fixed.
Fixed. So which is the best one? First model or second model? So least
Second.
bother about the color coding. You can change the color also, but so your image is fixed. So when you develop this one, you have to see this one also. Your image is fixed and your data is scrolling. These things we have observed using background. So this background, all properties are cleared or not? With example, what is background color? Why do we use this background color?
To get color to the background.
Yes, very good. What is the use of background image? To attach an image to your web page, then we go for background image.
Background image.
Very good. Background repeat.
No repetition.
So if I want to repeat in one particular dimension, X dimension, go for repeat X. And if you want to repeat in Y dimension,
Repeat Y.
Repeat Y.
if I want to repeat both direction,
By default.
default, no need to write any value. And position, to give position to your image, then we go for background position. Next, attachment, and attachment is for to stop scrolling. We go for attachment and its default value is fixed. And if you want to scroll, you can write scroll, but even you do not write scroll, which is the default value, scroll will be assigned, and background size. These all are coming under the background properties. And
So once save image from internet and put the name to it and upload in the HTML code, sir.
so already I have shown from internet now. Oh, manually I need to download.
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, here go for any images, guys. IMAGS. So nature images. Can you see these images? Can you see
Yes.
these images or not?
Yes,
Yes. So I will go for this image, this tree image. And right click on this, you can see save image as. Can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
When you click on save image as, so it will ask you in which location I want to save. So desktop, PTT, our folder, I have already nature and plant. So I will change it to abc.jpg. No need to give extension also, because by default which assigned with JPG only. And what is the expected image name? ABC. And I have saved this one. And what is our next aim? We need to check whether it has saved in my directory or my folder or not. So PTT folder. And observe abc.jpg as created or not. Did you observe this one? Is it clear? Or any doubt? Can I show one more time?
Clear, sir.
And I will open this. You can see this one. And I will attach this abc.jpg to my program. So what can I do? Just replace this abc.jpg and we'll see the response on your browser whether it will apply or not. So it has applied or not? And is it repeating? No, which is fixed. Is it clear how to access from how to download from internet and how to attach? Someone asked, but you are not giving response, Mr.
Yes,
Hero.
sir. Yes.
Yes, 2071. Right. And right, background has cleared. And see, observe one thing. So here you can find these links. If you open this link, among this you can see one program. And everywhere you have links. And now we will go for font. So what is time now? 2:19. We have class up to 3:10. Yes, we have much time, around 1 hour. So it is 2 enough. So can I go for fonts?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So till now we learned related to background. Just I will remove this unnecessary code and I will come back to my original program. HTML, and which contain two parts, head and head, body, body. Body and body. Okay, guys, sorry for the disturbance. Title. What is our title? Right now we are learning font examples. Title. And any mistakes? No mistakes. We'll see the response. This is our program. Right. Now we come back to original program, basic program. And I will write something between here. SR University. Yes. And I want to display with large in size. So H1 and H1. See why I am writing H1 means, so from this H1 onwards, we will start off learning new thing related to font. Yes. Now, see friends, if you my dear students, so if you want to change background color, what we have used background hyphen color. I want to change foreground. Foreground means the text or some related information on your browser. Then we can change its colors also. Among this font attribute, already I said font color, how to change this color. Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will tell you how to write this one. Font color. Initially, by default, your font is displayed with black color. So I want to change this color to red. Already we learned this property. So how do I write color property? No need to write any attribute to this one. So style style equal to, and in between open and close, no color. This is changed to red. And already you know how many ways you can give the color. So it has changed to red color or not? It has changed. Previously in HTML, how did you change this color? If it is HTML. So H1 and inside this font and color equal to red and SR University and H1. This is the way you have written. So same response you have seen. Okay, already I said this one in previous class. Okay, so now this is the way you need to change the color. This is very simple thing. We have learned with the basics of CSS only. Next, font family. Font family. See, when you see this one on your browser, by default, which has displayed with which one? This is Times New Roman format. Which format it is? Times New Roman. If you want to change this font style, means font representation, then we need to go for font family. Font family. So we will see how to what are the font families we have. So I will to know, you need not to remember these all, just to go for font and see the families, font families. See, wait. Here, can you see this font column? Can you see these font columns? Yes. So among that, you can select anything. So we will select one different thing. So this is somewhat different. So I will go for this one. And to copy this one, just go for copy. Control C, copied. And what I need to do, just font hyphen family family colon, just paste that value. Is it clear? And I will write basic, and I will write basic also. Style equal to, without font family, with family. Color red and SR University H1. So first line is without font family and second one is with font family. We'll see the response. So it has changed or not? Is it changed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the way you can change the text style. Okay, and we have different types of font families. So among that, you can go for anything. So I will go for this cursive way and I will copy this one. No need to remember this all lines. Sorry. So I will copy this line as it is. We'll paste over here and we'll change the, oh my God. this one. Just font family, assign this value, and we'll see the output. So can you see these different families? These are the different families. And if you give spelling mistake, so SCRIRPT. So you thought it is the correct one, but I have changed this one. So if you change, can you tell what is the output it will print? So if the name known to your browser, it will display in that format. If it is not known, then it will display with default style, but it won't return any error. Is it clear? So if it is not displaying in your expected format, then that format cannot understand by your browser, or you have any spelling mistakes. Is it clear? Okay. Right. Next, font color and font family. Now you understand. Next, font size. Right. I want to increase the size. Then previously, how did you use? So at max H1 tag you have used. Yes or no? H1 is the large in size, and by using that you have changed this one. And you have used a font size attribute also, font using size, font element using size, but you need to use one element and you need to use one attribute and its value. And that value is particular limit only. You can't give more values, more size, and you can't change that size from browser to browser, but the all facilities will be provided by the CSS font. Okay, so previously in HTML, how did you create it? Using font. So font and the size attribute, and which has particular limit, and you have written text and you have closed this one. But when you go for this CSS font size, you can give any size. Okay, see, we'll see the output, whether how it will be changed or not. See guys, I will remove this one and we'll go for inline as it is previous way, internal. So I will use paragraph SR University, and I will close this paragraph. So this is very small in size, and I will go for which tag I need to write? Which tag I need to write it here?
Style tag.
Style, very good. And I will write style. And for which element? Paragraph element. I want to change this color to red. Always, why do I need to go for this one? I will go for this one. FF00. Why red 00 FF00? Means which color? Green color. Yes, it has displayed with green color. Now I want to increase this size. So font size, you can give any size. So maximum, I hope 900 you can give. So I will give 500 pixel. So it has increased or not? It has increased or not?
Yes, sir.
Increase.
Next, you can give percentage wise also, I hope. So 50%. So very large in size. 200%. Can you see these sizes in percentage wise? But what is the difference between percentage and pixel again? Which is not changing it here. Okay, this is not applied for this percentage and this one. But you can give sizes like this. And we have some special sizes also to give font sizes. You can give like this also. XX small is nothing but very extremely small. Can you see this value? Can you see this font size values? So XX small is nothing but very extremely small. X small is nothing but small. This is small and medium in size. This is large in size. This is extra large. This is extremely large. This is smaller. This is larger. And you can give the values in pixel and percentage also. Did you see this one? Right now we have seen this one, and we will go for among these. I will tell you three things. One is XX small, means very extremely small. Next medium. Next extremely large. So XX small, this is extremely small. So this is very small in size. Next I will give you XX large. So this is the maximum large. So you may ask extremely large. You said extremely large means extremely large is applicable. Maximum is this size. Even you want to increase the size, then you should migrate to either pixel, or you can go for percentage. And this is medium. So this is average size. So did you observe these three things? So small and medium and extremely large, and you can give smaller and you can give larger, and you can go for values in pixel or percentage. Most of the time we will go for these two only. Okay, we never go for this one. So, and recommended thing, you better to use this one only, because these all are compatible. But along with this, these facilities also available for font size. Is it clear? And between these two, recommended is percentage only. Recommended is percentage. But if you willing to implement with fixed sizes, then you can go for pixels. So font size is clear, or any doubt from this? Font color, font family, font size, and font style. This font styles is specifies either you want to print in bold, or print in italic, or oblique. So these three, see here, when you go for italic and oblique, both are same. But if you want to change your text to either italic style or bold style, then you go for font style. Okay. So for that, we'll tell you one example. So 1145, do you have any doubts? You have raised your hand. 1145. Okay. Right. 1145. Can you hear me? And 18K40415. You are not belonging to this section, and I hope you are not belonging to first year also. 18K4A0415. Okay, he has skipped. Okay, guys. Now, what is my job? I want to change the style. So default style is normal way. So this is the general way it will print. I will change this size to 100 pixel. Then we can easily identify whether it has changed to italic style or not. So this is SR University default way, and I will change this font style to STYLU italic. So now can you observe this one curve? Just can you see one curve? Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the way. So you observe this one, and if I want to change it to bold, then you just make these changes to bold. Bold. So it will bold. So this is the way you need to change bold or italic style by using font style. And font variant. This font variant is for changing your all characters to uppercase letter. Okay. So we'll see how to change it. By default, how it has displayed, the way how you have written characters. Okay. So which is fixed, which is what we call mixed type, means which contain lowercase letter and which contain uppercase letter. But at the end of the day, I want to change these all characters to uppercase letters. Okay, then you go for font variant. So font variant, so you need to assign value as small caps. So let us check that one, whether it will apply or not. So font VARIENT, VARIANT. Font variant, small hyphen caps, and will observe whether which has modified or not. Is it changed to all uppercase or not? No response.
Changed.
Yes, this is the way you need to change your variant. By using this variant, you can change, but you are not supposed to change to all lowercase. So, but and font weight. This font weight specifies the thickness of your character word. Character. See, when you go for this one, see, I will change this bold. I will remove this bold, and you observe. So when you see general output, okay, I will change the small caps also. Yes. So when you go for this one, which is having some thickness. So if you want to increase or decrease the thickness of your character, then you go for this attribute. What is this font weight attribute? So we will see what are font weights. So this font weight is bolder. This font weight is bold or bolder or lighter, and you can go values from 0 to 900. Even you give more than 900, then which will take default either 100 or 900. Default will take. Default size will take. Let us see whether. I hope 1000 is also available. We will see that all. So font width, see, I will give 500. So this is default. I will change this size also. Just boldness will increase. This is 500, and I will change it to 900.
Font weight, sir.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. So, wait. So now I will give 100. So this is very small thickness. and I will increase this value to 300 or not 500. So observe this one. So somewhat thickness, and I will change it to 900. Almost all bold. So can you observe this one? Bold, thickness, very thickness. And if you give more than this one, 900, means I will give 1500. Again, it is coming back to default because which does not understand. So again, coming back to this one. See, observe here. I have increased this text size. This is text size. Initially, I am giving 500. Observe this one. So somewhat thickness has reduced, and I will give 900. Thickness increase, and if you give more than 900, like 1500, again it display with default size. Coming back to default because maximum values allowed is 900. Is it clear? Font weights. These are the font styles, font attributes. So font, to change the color of your font, then we go for font color. To change the style of your font, then we go for font family. To increase the size of your text, you go for font size. Font style is for changing from bold to italic or italic to bold. And even you give oblique, which will display with italic style only. There is no any difference you find between these two. And font variant, to change your all characters to uppercase letter, then you assign this small variant to small caps. This is the only one value we will give. And font weight, this font weight is for changing the thickness, of your text, then we go for font weight. And this font weight values will begin from 100, will continue to till 900. Even I give more than that value, then it will display with default size. These are the font sizes. Do you have any doubts from this? See, can you hear me?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, ma. Very good. Very good. 1037. Now, these are the font styles, font variant, and margins. This is the last topic. Today's class we will learn. So, margins. See, when you go for your web page, so we observe some things. For example, if it is your web page, so I am not good at drawing by using these pencils. See, I will show you by using web browser only. And before this web browser, first we go understand our text page. So this is your, let us consider this is your A4 sheet. This is your A4 sheet and I ask you to write one assignment. Then what will you do immediately? Will you give some margins to this page or not? Like this. Will you give margins or not? 4 sides. Not only for assignment. When you write exam, will you give margins like this or not?
Yes,
Will
sir.
you give or not? Yes. This is the margins. So sometimes you can give 4 sides. Sometimes you can give only 2 sides. You can give only 1 side and you can give bottom side or right side. You can give any way. but you can give margins. So similarly, when you go for your web page, this is also one page. If you want to give margin to your web page, then you can give. So you can give by using this margin property. So we will understand how to give these margins and how these margins will apply. So if I want to write margins, then I need some text. Again, we go for Mahatma Gandhi's Wikipedia, and we collect the information from the sources. So I have copied this one and will write in between body tag. I am not writing anything, just I have copied that one and paste over here between body tag. Just I have saved. Next I have closed this one and I will close this one. Yes, this is not general one. Now this is general text. See, is there any margin at here? So where it had started at the top corner and top left corner, there is no any space between these two. So I don't, and not only for this top side, even you go for bottom side, this is two last line and no space is assigned. Here right side also no space and top side also no space. These things we have observed. Now I don't want to create my web application like this. I want to give margins to my web application. Then you can give using margins. Okay. So I will write margin attribute. See, observe these things, guys. Very important thing you should remember, because every program will begins with these margins and paddings only. So first we understand how to write margin. So for which one I need to write margin? For body tag. My entire web page want to be assigned with some particular margins. So body tag, this body tag assigned with margin. Margin colon and one value I have to give. So I am giving 20 pixel. Here you should remember one thing. Here you can give one value, two values, three values, four values. I will tell you one after other what does it do. But remember with the first one. So margin with one value. So when you give margin with one value, this 20 pixel will assign four sides. So how they assign, I will tell you. So the order of assigning values are, top, comma right, comma bottom, comma left. This is the way these values will assign. See, if you give margin with one element, so margin with one value, at the time what happened? Can you tell what happens? All sides applies with this value. Okay, let us observe whether it applies or not. So I have changed, I have given 20 pixel. We'll see the response whether it will applies or not. Okay, I have not saved this one. Yes. So 20 pixel has applied or not? Previously where it has started? At the top corner. So I will give you more than this 20. So 20 change it to 50. So can you see this margin? Can you see this margin or not? Yes, left side, top side and right side also assign and bottom side also assign. This is the way it will assign. Now, second one, margin with two values. Margin with two values. Now we observe. I will change this color. Margin with two numbers or two values. Now you tell me how we'll assign. So margin with 2 means margin. Next here 100 pixel and 200 pixel I have given like this. So what is the first value actually? So what is the order of assigning values? Top, right, bottom, left. So first value assigns to top and second value assigned to right. Can you tell what are the two values? Top assigned to 100, right assigned to 200. What about bottom? What about left? Can you hear me?
Remains same.
Huh?
Remains same.
Remain same months? 100 200 or 200 100 or 100 100? See, one thing you observe. So opposite will assigns. Opposite sides will assign. Means this is top. So this is top. Opposite of top is bottom side. Not opposite, the opposite side. And this is bottom. This is right. And its opposite side is assigned to this left. Okay. So 100 top side, bottom side. 200 right side and left side. You observe whether it will apply or not. So 100 pixel and 200 pixel. We'll see. So this is the general one and I have assigned. See, top side 100 and bottom side 100. Left side 200, right side 200. Like that it has assigned. Now, I will ask you one more thing. See, margin with three values. What happens? Margin with three values. Value 1, comma, value 2, comma, value 3. So what happens? See, I will write numbers 100 pixel, comma 200, not 2 comma, 200 pixel, 300 pixel. So what is the remaining one? What are the remaining things pending?
Left.
Left is pending. What is the left value?
200.
200. Very good. So top is 100, right is 200, left is bottom is 300, and you did not assign left at that time. Left opposite size will be assigned. Left opposite means right side how much you have assigned, that value will assign. See whether it will apply or not. So 100, 200 followed by 300 pixel. So this, okay, it has changed. This is 100, this is 200 already available. So now it is 300. Again, this left side will be assigned to this one. Okay, 100, this is 100, this is 200. You did not give this value, so same value has assigned, and the bottom side is 300. Now I want to give 4 values also. If I give 4 values, what happens? Individually you have assigned these values. So 400 pixel. 400 pixel. I will clear my screen. So here top side 100, right side 200, bottom side 300, left side 400. So this is the way I have given my margins. Now my question, I don't want to give top side, right side, bottom side. I want to give only left side. So can you give any combination like from here? So I don't want to give top side. I don't want to give right side. I don't want to give bottom side. I want to give only left side. Then what can I do?
0 pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 100 pixel.
Very good. So 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, followed by 100 pixel. Yes. So 0 pixel, top side nothing, right side nothing, bottom side nothing, left side you have. So instead of like assigning this way, okay, you can assign like this also. We have separate attributes. Okay, so here if you write like this, your browser is to understand these 4 values. So instead of like this, we have separate attributes, values, margin, left with 100 pixel. Same response you get. So I will change 100 to 200 because already we have assigned 100. So is it modified? Okay, right. Next, I want to assign top side. So margin top, and 100 pixel. Now you observe whether it has applied or not. Yes, 100 and 200, right side nothing, left side nothing. Here you can give individually. Based on your requirement, you can give these margins. These margins are clear. Very simple thing. Margin is for giving some margin to your what is this? Text. So for that we will go for margins. So general margin, this general margin is for giving 4 directions. So margin with 1 value, margin with 2 value, margin with 3 values, margin with 4 values, and I have shown the difference these 4s. And margin left. So if you want to assign left side margin exclude especially, then you go for margin left. And similarly, if you want to give particular side margin, then you have to go for this one. If you want to apply 4 side commonly, then you go for margin. Okay, so this is margins example. So margin with 4 value, margin with 3 value, margin with 2 value, margin with 1 value. So this is an examples. Okay, so this is the way you need to learn write web applications. First one, what we learned, background. We have changed the background with the color and the images, and the images having some what we call problems. The problems also we have solved by using other attributes like background repeat, position, attachment, and size. And next one, we learned font. Font is very simple. Among this, we have learned some of them in the beginning classes only. And color, font size has changed. Font family we have changed. Font weights we have changed. Variant, and margins is for giving the margins to your application. So this is the way you need to implement your HTML pages. Do you have any doubts from these 3 topics? Say yes or no?
No, sir.
No. These all are clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. And next class. In the next class, we will learn selectors. So please share provided record class. Okay, I am sharing these all videos. So who is this? 1211. You can go for your canvas and you can check whether these recorded videos are present or not. And already I have provided one drive link also. You can collect from there. And if you want separately, ping me. I will give you access. Okay, 1211. Is it clear? Okay. Right. And right, these are all the 3 topics, and next class we will learn these selectors. We have 5 types of selectors. So element selector, ID selector, class selector, universal selector, and group selector. This will plays an important role in your CSS. Okay, among this, you know element selector, but I don't want to tell you when which one is called element selector, but we have implemented this one. Okay, in the coming classes, we will learn what is element selector, how to write ID selector, what is the notation, class selector. Under class selector, we have 2 types again, generic class and element class. We will learn these 2, and universal group selector. Right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, leave the class. So any doubts? Can I close the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay guys, you can leave this class if you do not have any doubts, or you can ask the questions.